foundation of Black Americans and the African Jamaicans such as myself were transported from Barbados to Jamaica to the river and back and forth. So therefore, you could have two brothers, one was in Barbados, one was in Jamaica, one was in America, three of them. So all of their descendants are still, they got their different ethnicity, of course, but they're the same race and they're the same lineage because they all came from those three brothers.
Same genetics. Same genetics. Same.
Exactly.
But then after a while, the genetics.
Your great grandson is still your descendant. He's still of you. It wouldn't be something else.
Yeah.
For that to happen,
Then how come I can't go to West Africa as a citizen?
I can explain it.
Well, that was altogether bloody terrifying. One moment I'm in a forest, the next I'm in a cage full of fire.
You changed it to Helios, and back again. It was unpredictable.
I'm truly not sure if we've gone too far, or if we've come too far to stop.
We are not stopping. I must face this.
I know, brother.
Why am I not a citizen in no African country?
I'm explaining to you. You understand me? So let me explain.
Nor am I a
What I'm saying
citizen
is
in Jamaica.
the reason why you're not a citizen in Jamaica is because you're born in the nation of the United States.
Right.
I was born in London. I didn't become an Afro-Saxon. I still have my genetics, my nationality. What you're doing is you're conflating two different things.
Okay, I'm gonna start with you. You can't talk over me. Yeah, you're not an Afro-Saxon because you immigrated to a country that was already established, sir. I didn't. My family built this nation. There was no United States until my family built it. Maybe my lineage is indigenous to the United States. Indigenous and foundation. See how that works?
I understand what you said, but there were some fallacies and mistakes.
What's the fallacy? What's the fallacy?
I'll stop speaking to me and let you explain to you. I am native to London, England. I am not an Anglo-Saxon. I'm native.
Aha! Another of those spots for bargaining with Valhalla.
No, that doesn't make you native. You're second-gen immigrant, sir.
Look in the
Because you're saying that you are not native to you're a second-gen immigrant. You're not, sir. You're a second-gen immigrant. Your family immigrated.
A chance to bargain with Valhalla itself.
We're native to the United States because we built it. We built it. Our families built it. You did not build London or England at all, sir.
Brother, what? You were born there, sir.
No, we weren't just born. We built the nation, sir.
What does native mean? Give me a definition.
That means the indigenous population of a nation. The indigenous population of a nation. I'm going to say it one more time. The indigenous population of a nation. That would be foundational Black Americans. We are the indigenous population of the United States. Right?
You were brought there by a second party.
No, we were not brought to the United States. There was no United States until we built it, sir. Right?
Does your conversation work by being with you? I can't talk.
Sir, I'm going to ask you simple. We're not doing village stories. There was no United States until we built it, right?
Are you talking about the 13 colonies? Are you talking about
there was no United States until we built it, right?
Until who did?
Foundational Black Americans, sir.
Foundational Black Americans. And my brothers, you did play a major role in building this development.
No, we was a central role in building.
And you can argue you were central. But what I'm telling you is you are native, you're not indigenous. And you can't tell what native means because you know you're going to come up proper. Maybe you made a mistake and maybe you weren't sure on the terminology, but I'm telling you, native is where you were born. No, it's not semantics. It ain't semantics.
No, you're not native.
Read the definition in the English language, sir.
No, sir, you
I'm
are
native to London, England.
No.
That's why I have a London accent, sir.
No, you have a London accent because your family immigrated during the Windrush damn way. That's when they got.
Why is my dad Jamaican accent? Why is my dad got Jamaican accent?
Because he's Jamaican. All right?
Because he's native to Jamaica. Thank you.
Right. But you're not native there, sir. That doesn't make you native. You're just born there. You're a refugee.
Okay.
And they can get your ass up out of there if they want to.
Okay, so where am I native?
They're doing that here. Some of these people talking about they were native here and all that shit.
I'm not crashing up.
I'm not crashing out, so listen to what I'm saying.
No, someone said that in the comments. Okay, so if I'm not native to England, where am I native to?
Jamaica. That's your native homeland. Jamaica.
Okay, and you're not descended from Africa, so I'm native to Jamaica. Make that make sense?
No. I have African genetics. I do. Everybody does, though. Everybody does. That's redundant. Everybody on the planet has African genetics. I never said I did. Yes, they do.
I can tell you
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Anglo-Saxon, blonde hair and blue eyes, does not have an African genetic. You know why?
They do. They were all in Europe. The original people in Europe were black. Yes, they were. The original people in Europe were black. They had the Warrior Ice Age and they got depigmented there, sir. The original people of Europe were black. That's why they have Cheddar Man. Look up Cheddar Man, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, black as damn hell. Yeah, the original inhabitants. Look up the book. Look at the book by David McRitchie, Ancient and Modern Britain. This was a white man in the 1800s. So you know, he talked about the original black. You know, he talked about the original black people all up there in Ireland and England.
You know what makes an Aboriginal different to me is that their ancestors
A memory of your past made manifest.
and all
A dangerous memory.
So that's why we still carry African genetics. So when you talk about ethnogenesis, when you talk about ethnogenesis that is applicable to me and you, yes, because our ancestors came from multiple tribes. We couldn't pinpoint back to one. You're correct, and I'm with you, and that's historically correct. An Aboriginal or Aborigine from Australia, they left the African continent 7
Okay, and those Igbo tribes were nomadic. They were walking and running all around Africa. We don't know what part of Africa they really came from. Right, it don't matter because they had enough ethnogenesis and so did we, sir.
Okay, listen to me.
If I'm Igbo, how come I can't get them from an Igbo tribe now?
Yes, you can. Go there. They'll look at you and think you're one of them. You know why?
No, they won't. They're like $20 and I'm going to steal that ain't worth shit. You know good well they're not going to look at me talking about, hey, I'm one of you. I'll go there and they're going to all right, let's stop lying. All right? I'm not Igbo and they will not.
Okay.
This is the way to.
Behind you! Incoming!
Like an actual fight with these things.
Like that, you got a filter. Get on camera. Let's see this. Let's see these similarities. Get on camera.
Increases the duration of all status effects applied to enemies. Increases damage of all Kratos' weapon attacks and abilities. Alright.
you've been eating on powdered donuts. I do not look like you, sir, if you don't stop.
No,
Sir,
my lips have been God blessed by God Himself.
sir, your lips look like
And
Rice
you look
Krispie
like you're
treats.
cosplaying
Your
something you could
lips
never
look
be.
like Rice Krispie treats, dude. Your lips is ashy and dry. I don't look like that.
Hmm.
We don't look like that, sir.
No.
Sir,
And let's look at him. Look at
no,
your
not with them dry ass damn lips.
and you
Dude,
sound zesty as fucking.
not with them dry lips, sir. Your lips is zesty. What you
You
been
got
sucking
something.
on with them lips, dude?
You got foundation.
Your lips look like pussy hair. Alright? Your lips and your beard looks like pussy hair, nigga. It looks horrible. Get out of here. Get out of here, Paul. We look alike. You look crusty as hell. Don't look like you. I'm offended. How dare you? Dry ass lips.
I don't even know what my powers are. That's why I didn't get it.
Get the hell out of here.
What is this?
Lips just dry as they damn wanna be. We look the same. Eerily. We look the same.
That's alright.
Trying to look like us so bad. They want us to look alike so bad.
Memory of Vanaheim now. Brother, I beg you not to remember the exploding plants.
How dare you insult me?
What did you say about a forest? You remember being elsewhere when Helios took your place.
Aye. Yes, I didn't mention that while we were plummeting, but yes, I was in a forest, much like that of my youth. Back on my old body, too. It was a bit dreamlike, to be honest.
Do you wish to return there?
Can't say I don't. I'm concerned, but I'm more than curious. Guess my memories are fair game in here as well. Don't suppose they'll just stick to the pleasant ones, will they?
Unlikely.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't do all that. I'm sorry. This SBN is here, buddy. All right. Man. You got all that carrot on. All that there, bro. Let's not play that. rootworkstyle.com. Everybody go to rootworkstyle.com, get your rootwork deodorant. I need to get some rootwork chapstick for that dude's lips. We need to make a special chapstick for his mouth. Mouth dry and crusty as it damn wanna be. Talking about we look alike. Hell out of here. That nigga mouth look crazy as hell. That nigga lips look like dried. Get the hell out of here. Don't look like that. Mouth all dry. Hell out of here. How dare you? I'm so insulted. We look alike. We all look alike. Just hop on camera looking like that. And he got on real quick and got off real quick too. He got on real quick and got off real quick. Man. Yeah, he knew to get off. He didn't get off fast enough. We caught them lips. So glad he burned them out. His mouth looked like burnt garlic grease. Turned out we looked like. What the hell wrong with you?
Oh, I was just here.
Insult us like that. Man.
Doors chosen. Not obsessed.
Behind you, brother!
Ah, shit.
Behind you! Look out! Bye, tread carefully, brother.
See how to. Took him out. Alright.
Watch your right! That's showing him.
Shit, Kratos got some fucking sword skill. He got hands, boy. It's like. Shit, Kratos got some hands, boy. Scorching burn.
Send a request. You got one of them accounts. I can't just add you because you got a Finster account. You got some little weird janky account. Avatar. Send a request. He just.
Shit don't matter, whatever it is.
When there is stank on the streets,
Never drive off immediately after filling your tank. What happens in those first few minutes is the reason your gas disappears so
This one wants a price from you, brother.
This morning, thank you very much.
time since then, and I'm here today because I believe another great African leader, President Muhammad, a great.
You know what, y'all know we gotta discuss this. Ghana's slavery resolution that they introduced to the UN. We gotta discuss that. Oh, we gotta discuss that. Where the hell do we begin, ladies and family? Where do we begin with this? Boy, this was a finesse. Yeah, the U.S. rejected it. Look, we gotta break all of this down. Oh man, where did we start? There's so much with this. There's so much to, so many layers to this. So, let me just give you information. First of all, for those who don't know, Ghana had a resolution from the United Nations today to recognize the transatlantic slave trade as the greatest crime. Europe and the U.S. said, hell no. They're like, no. Ghana said the resolution was needed because of the consequences of slavery. They said it saw 12.5 million Africans taken and sold between the 15th and 19th century. And that introduced racial disparities that we have today. Now, the UN General Assembly, they voted. It was 123 countries. So it's not legally binding, but it carries three countries opposed it. The U.S., Israel, I think Argentina, right? There were some other nations that just didn't vote at all. And it was European nations. I think the only European country to have issued an apology for slavery was the Netherlands. So the resolution is called to Africa. Let's break this thing down and understand who was there. I want y'all to understand who was there. Some of the
We
people
could
there,
use some limited time assistance, couldn't we?
Sharpton was there. I think Ben Crump was there. The Congressional Black Caucus was there. And guess who else was there? Professor James Small. He was there. Shout out to Black Alpha. Black Alpha found that. He broke that down last night. Y'all need to follow Black Alpha. Oh, yeah. Y'all follow Black Alpha. Y'all follow some of these folks in the grassroots. Yeah. James Small was there. Yes, he was. Oh, yeah. Yes, he was. Yeah. Speaking of
It came from this way.
19 Kings is in over there in West Africa now, by the way. Y'all see some of this funny style stuff going on with some of the Pan-Africans while they doing all this little weird shit, and then they run over to Africa and they run to the UN and all that. There's some big play going on, family. So yeah, now it's starting to make sense. There's a big play going on. Let's break down what the play is. That's why those Ghanaians came over to do some little prayer ceremony at the Foundation of Black American Burial Ground that's out there in New York. And shout out to the FBA family. Brooke and some of the others went down there and shut that shit all the way down.
Yeah.
They went out there and clowned the hell out of it.
I was here.
Shout out to all the folks who went to New York and stood up in this business, telling you to kick the hell up, kick rocks and get up out of here with that bullshit. Oh, they didn't let them go out there and get that one off clean. Oh, the family went out there and checked that bullshit. Understand the real finesse that's happening, man. This is them trying to do a global diluting of our FBA claim. Listen, these continental Africans, even the Caribbean, these people would tell us that we are dumb as hell for trying to get reparations. We need to stop begging. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They told us how dumb we were. Oh, we're lazy. We got to knock us. They need to be right time. reparations conversation going and building up to the point where they could not ignore you.
Behind you! Right behind! Behind you, brother! Incoming! Above you!
Check out these hands, baby. Where you at? Fuck you at, pussy. You at?
Behind you, brother!
Where you at? Where you at? You at, pussy. Ah, there he is.
Incoming! Above you!
Okay. Guess that was it. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, that's cool. Heavy running attack. Bam. That one.
So the Democrats can now try to say, yeah, we tried to go get the referendum, but Trump now said no. Yeah, we took the reparations to the
why don't we talk about that image of you in the shrine we keep seeing? If Valhalla keeps pulling it out of your head, it must have some significance to you. Could it be that the idea of being loved and respected is a fair mite better than the alternative? Now hear me out, and it's not as though I'm the smartest man alive about it. But don't you think joining Freya's council could put you in a position to walk that path? To earn that path?
That would be a poor reason to accept. Ambition is poison.
Western institutions, they know they owe a debt to Latin America. You know? They know that their own demands over there in West Africa get released in the same emotional and historic weight as our country. They know that. Because there's so much damn corruption over there. People just point to the damn corruption. It's not like that with us. So they have to bring Pan-African people on board to act as basic PR. So they're trying to basically hijack the moral currency the foundation of Black America is built. And they use us as a human shield. You understand? See, they were way too complicit in the slave trade. So they go in there by themselves saying, hey, look at what was done to us. You're like, wait, let's see what was done to you. You were working with us. You understand that? That's the authority of the world is going to say, wait a minute, dude, good day. Nigga, we paid you. What you mean? We had a deal, remember? You signed treaties. They're going to go dig up them treaties that them damn tethers signed. Yeah, they have no moral weight. They have zero moral weight. They were 100% complicit. And they'll get laughed up out of there, so they have to drag us in the mix to act like they're representing for us. Our poor brothers were stolen. They were stolen from me and my brother. And then they get some hand goofies to go in there and go along with it. We're not playing that on the grassroots. No, we're not doing that. We're not playing that game.
Open out the door. Oh, it doesn't matter. Shit.
Because you cannot be the victims of the trade and then be a vendor. You can't be an active all of that stolen by outside. No, that narrative.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost. Shield strike, now! Behind you, brother!
Oh, nice. Shit.
Right side, brother! Behind you, brother!
These motherfuckers getting down on it. Fire. Coming up behind you, bitch. Oh, that was done for. Just hold it all. Damn, that spear, man.
That was the payment that they were giving to those musty-ass local kings all up and down West Africa to operate their slave dungeons and forts, man. And all Europe is going to do, the Ghana and all those people want to go up there by themselves to Europe to talk about compensation, they're going to be like, hey, let me pull up them cost scale receipts, and they're going to, we still got them. Now, what you mean compensation? You already got it. Remember, we're paying you. You see? They weren't handing over people for free. They were getting compensated. All up and down the board. And getting weapons and all types of stuff. Yeah, they could have stopped the slave trade if they wanted to. They didn't. In fact, when the slave trade stopped with the Europeans, they kept it going. Some of them West African nations kept slavery and snatching up people to the damn 1890s. You see, they were proud to be the middlemen between the empires and the European ships docked at the coast. And they didn't let nobody back. You couldn't bypass them to get in there to sell. They had it was very, very regulated. You see, they had a violent monopoly on the export of the enslaved people. So the problem is they just got mad because they're mad because they got double crossed. They want to get reparations now. The damn deal went sour. See, the European power structure and all the other ones, they said, hey, we're going to abolish the slave trade because we got our weight up, we got our money up.
I can't do nothing.
We got these colonies that's making $1 bazillion, making us all types of wealth. So yeah, we don't need to transport people back and forth to the Atlantic Ocean and all. We don't have to do that no more. We can just set up shop right there on your land. We can just set up shop and colonize that ass. Because yeah, now you got resources that we want now, so yeah. Now, come on, man. You're going to try. What's that word you said? It sounded,
Alright.
okay, it sounded like Yoruba. Okay, so you're going to be a Yoruba tribe. You and those six niggas here. Y'all get over here. We're going to carve this up. This is going to belong to Britain. Since Portugal was here first, we'll let Portugal get that. They can have it go. What tribe are you? Okay, you're down in the south. You did Zulu. You'll be back. That's all they started doing.
That is why Blue Chew Gold was created.
They double.
Run fire, Frosted, brother. See you later. There's the one Valhalla's marked. Interrupted. Brother, knock it out of the sky.
This mother loving
And Valhalla keeps the score.
Now what's happening is right now with Jawn, they're down bad. Y'all remember Trump got in office. U.S. aid money, that's like $165 million. That dried up. Come on now. Yeah, the U.S. suspended and dismantled that U.S. aid that Ghana was getting. They're not getting that. That money was kind of propping up a lot of their internal infrastructure. They don't have the domestic funds to cover none of that stuff, so they're trying to find another.
Path should be unlocked now, shall we?
And that they lost. There was other like $40 million in the Feed the Future program. That was an agriculture initiative, and that subsidized a lot of farmers over there. So that's dried up. And it was dried up because they failed to build a sustainable economy with the money that was given to them. All this money given to them, and they're like, hey, we're not. This administration said, y'all not doing shit with it. We done gave y'all this money, and basically folks are shitting in the street, wiping ass with tree bark. So yeah, we're going to cut that off. So now there's a scramble over there. Also, they were getting money from the Millennium Challenge Corporation.
Fuck was that?
Back to the gate then!
I'm gonna beat that thing. Return to the shore. I have any energy. That was nice. Move on to something else.
That's when your breathing has to work harder all night just to get enough oxygen. But guys, holy, this is the most comfortable pillow I have ever tried. I laid down, and it was like my airways finally opened up. No breathing struggles, no gasping, no morning headaches. That's when it hit me. I wasn't just keeping it. I needed to get more for my friends and family. I called up support right away, like, hey, I'm still getting up at 7 a.m. They explained it. These people are gone. They've made a bit of a mistake.
Kratos, I've been waiting to have a word with you.
Where's Seekrin?
She is resting, healing. What she did for you two in there, that should not have happened. It's bad enough you're risking your own lives, but it isn't just you paying the price. This is exactly what I was worried about.
Freya, what do you wish? That I quit? Sigrun bereaved, I should see this through. That Valhalla can help.
Yes, she does. I just want you to be careful. I need her. And I need you too. No more bending the rules in there. All right?
All right.
This whole thing, the Democrats and the advisors, Democrats are see, the Democrats, they are orchestrating this stuff too because the Democrats, they like to fight for 4 and 8.